Hi, my name is Bill. I'm with Cooper Lake Automotive. Today I'll be showing you why you should change your oil. This car that we're about to work on is a 2006 model with only 135,000 miles. That's low miles by today's standards. However, they have successfully, I think, only changed the oil maybe once, twice on this car. And I'm going to show you inside the engine and what it takes to fix. This is a very expensive repair. This is not something you want to do yourself. This particular car, I suggested replacing the engine. The customer wanted to go this route of cleaning out as much sludge as we could because the whole problem is his check engine light's on, he can't pass emissions, and he's unable to get a tag for this car. So today we're going to go through the steps of what it takes to clean, and you're going to see how dirty a car can get on the inside even though it's only 3 years old.
Under the hood of this car looks perfectly normal for a 3-year-old car until I get this valve cover off. As you can see, the engine is severely sludged up. That oil has turned to a solid material instead of a liquid. This is due to a lack of oil changes. It is amazing just how much sludge there is inside of this engine. It's actually so dirty I'm unable to find the bolt head, so I'm having to actually scrape the sludge off so I can see exactly where the bolts are so I can loosen them up to get the camshafts out. As you can see, I almost have the camshafts out. Now that I have them removed, I'm taking this scraper and removing the sludge. As you can see, I'm taking the sludge and putting it into the bucket. You can see it running down the side of the bucket. This is a very time-consuming job. It takes a lot of hours to get this sludge out of the engine. It is very hard to remove all the sludge without completely disassembling the engine, which would be very cost-prohibitive. I'm actually shoveling the sludge out with the scraper and screwdriver. I'm using a chemical right here to try to break up the sludge. Of course, later on you'll see in the next video that I'm going to pull the oil pan off and get it cleaned out as well, so all this chemical is going to actually run into the oil pan right now and accumulate in there, and I have to use various methods to get this out. I'm going to use this brush and scrub it. It's going to be much cleaner, and then I'm going to use air pressure, a shop vac in order to vacuum it, and just try to get it as clean as possible. I've been using this shop vac to get the other chemical and small pieces of sludge out of the engine. The other chemical stays black and blends in with the sludge. I'm using this light and aerosol spray so I can see where the sludge is at and where the actual head is at. There are little caverns down in there that you really cannot see on this video. At first it appeared like part of the head casting until I poked it and found that it was just sludge. It had molded itself to look like part of the head. They're looking much better on top, but you just can't quite see the sludge that's down in there. See, I'm trying to use that air to blow it away and dislodge it. People are going to say, well, what about all the pieces that you've broken up that are not going to go to the oil pan. Well, this customer is going to come back in about 6 months, and we're going to pull the oil pan off again and see if there's anything has fallen down in there. It's the only way I know to make sure that he doesn't have a problem in the future. He wants to keep this car, obviously. So now I'm going to go on to showing me clean the camshafts, and they are getting cleaned up. I'm using a wire wheel on the parts that are actually not contacting the valves at all, so they can't really be harmed very much. I'm getting as much of the sludge off. As you can see, it's coming off pretty well, and that big giant round thing is the that's the actual variable cam timing adjuster. And there's little holes and passageways that oil have to flow through that are completely restricted from the sludging effect. You can see the fluid coming through the holes now, and that's there's 3 sets of holes, and they come to the end of the camshaft, and 2 on the tops there. I can see them. You can see where I'm spraying right in there, and it's coming out the sides. That's where the oil actually flows to adjust the camshaft timing. The other piece that I'd taken off, the big, looked like a glob of sludge and had a gear on it, that's the actual piece that does the work for the camshaft adjustment. That's the actual workhorse. When oil goes through there, and that adjusts the position of the camshaft in relation to the timing belt, in relation to the crankshaft, obviously. These are the 2 pieces. Here's the old one, and here's the new one. See how they look? I haven't disassembled it yet to see what the inside looks like, but I'm sure it's not good. Here I am cleaning up the caps that hold the camshaft and all the bolts. They actually look pretty much brand new when I get done with them, using a wire wheel on a grinder, and that's how I'm cleaning them up. Of course, this is a lot shorter version than how long it actually took, but that's it. Well, this is about the end of this video. I'm going to have another video of the reassembly and the oil pan section of it.